planning on doing a major exterior remodel to your home and you're not sure which order to do it in first, whether that be the roof, the siding, gutters, or windows? And if you do it in the wrong order, could you end up paying more or damaging those new upgrades? In this video, I'll walk you through the ideal sequence when it comes to replacing your roof, siding, windows, and gutters, and why this order matters. By the end, you'll know how to approach a project like a pro so you can save time, avoid headaches, and get it done right the first time. I'm Nick Good with Hoel Roofing Remodeling, and one of the biggest questions that I get, if we're doing a job for a homeowner and it involves doing the roof, the gutters, siding, and maybe even the windows, is which orders should we do these in to avoid causing damage to any of the new siding, windows, gutters that we install. So it's always best to start with the roof first, because when the crew's out there ripping off all those shingles and all that debris is falling down, we do our best to make sure all the siding, windows, and gutters are protected as best as possible. However, there is still a possibility that some debris may hit the siding or the window or the gutters. So if we're doing the roof, gutters, siding, and the windows, we want to make sure we're starting with the roof first. That way everything else is brand new. So once the roof is on, the next thing we would move to is doing the windows. And then this is because we can make sure that we are flashing the windows and creating a watertight seal prior to installing that siding. Plus we can avoid any damage to the brand new siding itself by installing the windows after the siding has already been put on. So once the windows are installed, then our crew will come in, remove the existing siding, and then install the new siding of your choosing. So if a homeowner is having their roof done but no windows, we'll still come in, do the roof first, and then move on to the siding. And then once the siding's on, if we're doing the gutters, we would then move to the gutters after that. So the reason that we like to install our gutters at the very end is to avoid any damage to the gutters themselves. So whether that be us installing a roof or siding, crews are gonna have their ladders up. Sometimes they'll be resting on the gutters. Definitely they'll be resting on the gutters if we're doing the roof. It's best to do the gutters at the very end to avoid any damage to the new ones. One thing that could change this order is if a homeowner is in a dead hurry to get the siding put on for whatever reason, then we can still go ahead and install the siding and the windows afterwards. But it's always best to make sure, if you're doing both and if you got the time and you can wait a little longer, to get the windows in first and then the siding. As windows generally take a little bit longer for them to come in and then to get them installed than a vinyl siding or really any siding product would. If you guys have the time to wait, it's always best to get the windows installed first, then the vinyl siding. And if we do go ahead and install the siding before we install the windows, it's just going to take our crew a little bit more time, because they got to be more careful on that new siding when they're installing those new windows to make sure that we're not damaging the brand new siding we had just installed. So we really try to keep it in that same order: the roof, windows, siding, gutters. But if a certain circumstance presents itself and we need to get that siding on as soon as possible, and the homeowner still want to do a window or do the windows, then we can go ahead, get the siding installed, and then do the windows afterwards. Getting the order right can make a huge difference on how smooth the process goes and how long everything lasts. Drop your questions in the comments below, or give us a call at 765-561-4023 if you want help planning out your project. We are here to help you make smart decisions for your home.